Alright, hey everybody. So I've been making a lot of serious videos lately, so I thought I'd make a fun video and share a story of my past. So I went to a diesel tech college in another state, and while I was there, I got a job at a tire shop, and the tire shop was on a strip mall and was connected to a parts store. So the little man on the totem pole, I was the one that they'd send to get parts constantly throughout the day to that auto shop right next door. So throughout my schooling, I made friends, and working at that shop, I made friends with a guy that worked at that parts store. I'll try to nutshell this, but it's a pretty funny story. So we made friends, and he watched me move in and out of different places because this tech school didn't have a dorm room or housing for students. You'd rent or wherever, move down from where you could. So I found myself moving in and out, having trouble with roommates and stuff. So this guy, by the end of he was also a student at the college. So that's one connection we had and started our friendship. Long story short, became friends, and then I ended up my last 2 months of college spending the remainder of my schooling staying in his apartment. He had a one-bedroom apartment, and I just had a air mattress on the living room floor and rocked out the rest of the school year. Graduated and moved home because it was another state. So I moved home, and then he also was from another state. So we continued our friendship, and years later, after college, I ended up going to his home state to visit him. And the weekend I went to visit him, I got out. It was a late night flight, and I get off, and he picked me up from the airport, and immediately went to Jack in the Box. If you've been watching, you know that I'm a fan of Jack in the Box. So we stopped there, and because that state has Jack in the Box, where my home state, Minnesota, does not. We'll change that someday. Anyways, so we get to his house, and we've been, we're young, or in our 20s, so we're drinking when we got home his place, and he's at that time staying with his parents, and he's giving me a tour of the house, and in one of the, he's going through, the tour, and then in one of the rooms, he opens the door, and he's like, "That's my brother. My brother, he's 14, and his brother's laying there sleeping, and the kid, his whole back was exposed as he was in his pajamas, and the blanket was halfway up his back. And he obviously passed out. It was like 2 a.m. So his brother was 14. He had no idea that I was going to visit for the weekend, and I never talked to the kid, or never met him. But we've both been drinking, and at that moment, I had a marker in my pocket because it's just random things in the past. I just always have things like that. And so I took the marker, and with my friend's blessing, because he knew what I was going to do, and the kid's upper back, I wrote, "Jack was here," with the marker. And we both thought the kid would see it and the next day and wash it off or whatever. But we both found it very amusing. We were laughing, and then the next morning we forgot about it, and we could carried on with our visit, and he's showing me the state. Later that afternoon, the kid comes home. He's like, "Where is Jack?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, we totally forgot." And he comes over. He's like, "I had gym class today, and these kids kept asking me, 'Who's Jack?' And I was like, 'I don't know.'" So so we immediately start laughing because we pranked him, as in the Jack was here on his back, and he had no idea. So then he was saying, "I don't know Jack," and then his friends kept saying, the students were teasing him that he didn't know Jack. So they don't know Jack. So that was like a double prank, epic day. I do feel bad. I remember this story this week, and I was like, oh, probably this story won't paint me in the best light, but we're all human. We do things that we're not always proud of, but at the time it was funny. You might find this amusing, and probably what not to do. I mean, don't be mean to people. I mean, the kid, we made amends. We laughed about it. The rest of the weekend he was trying to prank me back, and to this day we're friends, and it's all said and done. But I thought I'd share this funny story and hope you can learn from it. And catch me next video and more content to come. Take care and enjoy this Halloween fall season.